what does sound insulation mean? Here's a good picture that provides an analogy of what it is. Sound insulation, it's all about making the sound stay inside the room in which it was created. So if we look at this winter cabin here in this picture, this is a great analogy. We need to construct a building so that when we light up our cabin and we produce some warmth, some heat inside, we don't want this to go out, because then we're going to have bad thermal insulation. And this is analogous to sound insulation as well, because if we have proper sound insulation, then the sound should stay inside your room. It should not leave your room, with potential risks for secrecy. And it will also make sure that the sound that you produce in your room, if it stays inside the same room where it's created, is not going to go off somewhere else and annoy people. So you get both control of secrecy and annoyance. And these are the two major building blocks behind sound insulation. Now, it's very important to remember that sound insulation is something that deals with structural engineering. You have to solve this with the construction. You do not improve sound insulation if you put sound absorbers in the ceiling, or if you put some heavy cloth on the wall or stuff like that. That's basically the same thing that if I'm speaking through my jacket like this, I'm pretty sure that you can hear every word that I'm saying, even though I put the cloth in front of me. Now, this provides damping, room acoustics. It's inside the room. But whereas sound insulation, that deals with sound transmission between different rooms. And you need to keep this into account, because it's a very common misunderstanding that I've come across so many times. Let's make this a little thought experiment. If I would construct a little telephone booth, which is an airtight box with gypsum boards all around me, and then I speak, then we will get sound insulation, because the sound would have a hard time to get out from this little box. But if I do the same thing and I go inside a tent, which is made of cloth, and I speak, you would not have any problems to hear me from outside the tent. So, if you have a room and you want to improve the sound insulation by hanging some cloth on the walls or putting sound absorbers in the ceiling, that's basically the same thing as putting up a tent inside your room and going inside the tent and believing that you have improved the sound insulation. But you haven't. It does not work that way. The only thing that happens is that the sound is going to get a bit more damped inside the room. You will change the room acoustics inside the room, but you won't change it how it sounds on the outside, or the effect is going to be negligible. That's a difficult word to say. So remember that. Sound insulation and sound absorption, two very different things. And easy to mix them together, apparently. So, in today's video, I'm wearing my favorite jacket of all time, I think. It's the green one again. And I pair it with a yellow Oxford shirt, a little pocket square here with some orange, which goes really great with the yellow. And orange and green is also a solid match. And I have some beige here. I got some brown, and I pick up the beige with my pants. And there's some brown in the belt as well. So I thought this was a really simple, casual combination which works really nice. And I have green eyes, and that's probably why I really, really like this jacket. If you're in doubt, always go with your eye color. That always works. Please keep sending questions my way. I love it. And I wish you all a very nice weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Ciao.